How do you like the idea that your retirement is going to be almost completely dependent on how well the stock market does? Well, it's been a lot of fun watching it over the last year or so. Do you realize that the price-earnings ratio, which basically means that the price compared to what the company is going to earn, has actually gone up by about 35% in the last year, all during COVID. It's pretty hard to figure all this stuff out, and I feel your pain. Because I'm at this age now where I'm starting to really obsess about my retirement. And the fact that it has to be exposed to the stock market and all the ups and downs, let me just tell you, I want to get off that roller coaster, step out and find a brand new way of doing things. And thankfully, for you and for me, there is another way. I get it. It's really frustrating to figure out what your next move should be. You don't have to be in the stock market. You could go buy a CD. I'm kind of aware of the pricing on CDs, certificates of deposit, probably one of the safest investments that you can make. You know what they're paying today? About 0.5% over 5 years. I don't have to tell you that you're not going to be able to hold on to your principal long with that type of investment. What else can you do? Well, you can go into stocks that pay dividends. As a matter of fact, the S&P 500, which people use as a benchmark to determine sort of a wide variety of stock and how they perform, if you're in there, the average dividend paid by the S&P 500 stock was about 1.9%. Of course, you have the added volatility of the pricing going up and down. So what do? Where do you turn? Because I will tell you, I'm at the age where I don't want to put all my principal, all my retirement at risk in one place. Well, we've got some ideas for that. What if you could take your 401k, 403b, 457, your employer plan, and roll it into a special kind of account? What if you could take your IRA and do the same thing? It's called a self-directed IRA, and I'm really pleased to let you know about this because it's fundamentally changed not only my retirement, but thousands of our clients' retirement. It's going to give you the choice. It's going to give you the control. You're going to be able to sidestep all of those commissions that are charged by your mutual funds and your stock purchases. And it may make a sane world out of what seems to be an insane environment today for investing. So what does all that mean? Well, that means you have the choice, the broadest possible choice within all the rules and the regulations that the IRS provides. And that means that you can invest in real estate of almost any type. A single family home, rentals, raw land. You can be in commercial buildings. You can be a partial owner in commercial buildings or any kind of real estate. You can do that with your self-directed IRA. You can lend money. What could be easier? There's always an insatiable appetite for people that want money. And they're willing to pay a lot of money for it, especially if it's a short-time loan. How do you think these paydays lenders are out there? Now, I'm not suggesting that you become a payday lender, but I will tell you that there's opportunities with rehabbers, there's opportunities out there for a lot of people that need money, and if you have it in your account, you're going to be able to lend it out inside a self-directed IRA, secured perhaps by real estate or any other type of thing that you would think would ensure that gets paid back into your account. You get to decide who borrows it, and you get to decide the terms. That's pretty cool, isn't it? What about a startup business? You ever want to be a venture capitalist? You could actually do that inside your self-directed IRA. And you get to know a lot about these smaller companies that are emerging. I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of Shark Tank, and I watch this stuff go on, and I've learned a lot, of course, a little bit from that, and doing a lot of reading. So I enjoy doing that, investing a little bit in these emerging companies myself. It's a lot of fun. There's buildings being built, there's freeways being built, there's all of these things that are happening right around in Central Florida, and my bet is wherever you're watching and listening to this, it's happening around you. What that does is create opportunities for developers. And a lot of times these developers have to go to private individuals to get the money. They don't like to go to the banks, they go to private individuals. And you as a private individual now can actually utilize your self-directed IRA to do this. So I've just touched on just a few things, a few ideas that you can do with your self-directed IRAs. It's really worth your time to learn a little bit more, and we can provide more on your screen. There's going to be a lot of other ways that you can actually learn about each one of these types of investments. They're called private investments, non-traditional assets, but I tell you they're powerful. And I really love the fact that unlike the stock market, I can find these, and I can find these at a bargain price a lot of times compared to this overinflated stock market we've been talking about. So spend some time, do a little bit of research, and I think it's going to change your retirement like it's changed mine.